Hello students, welcome to Dhaka Secondary School North Karachi campus, and today you are watching class 8 English language class, and these slides are prepared by Sir Farhan, language teacher of Dhaka Secondary School. So students, our topic is winter vacations work, and in this our learning agenda is active and passive voice and story. So in this class we cover our active and passive voice and two stories. So I start from our first topic, active and passive voice. So what is active voice and passive voice? So first of all I start from active voice. So basically active voice, when we emphasize on subject in the sentence, and we have transitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those verbs in which we have subject and object in the sentence. That is what active voice. And common example of active voice is monkey adore bananas. So monkey is the subject, is the lover of bananas, and bananas are objects. So adore is what? Transitive verbs in which object is there. Okay, the cashier counted the money, so the money is object, cashier is subject, and the dog chased the squirrel, so squirrel is also object. So in active voice we focus on subject rather than object. Okay, but object is the part of that sentence in which we are supposed to make the passive of the sentence. So what is, and this is the formula of active voice: subject plus helping verb then object. Now we come towards our second part, passive voice. What is passive voice? When in active voice we focus on subject, but in passive voice we focus on object and verb. And for common example of this, bananas are adored by monkey. We put object in the first with subjective case and put subject of the active voice in the last. Like the first example, the money was counted by the cashier. The money is object, we put object first, then we put helping verbs, then verb third form, and after third form we use by as preposition, and before coming of agent, and in the last we use agent subject in the last with objective case. The squirrel was chased by the dog. And the formula of passive voice is, we first of all we use object, then helping verb, then by, then subject. And with object we use subjective case, and with subject we use objective case. Okay student, so this is the chart of active and passive voice. How many active and passive voice sentences we have? So in active voice I shows the tenses and helping verbs of different tenses of active and passive voice. So in the left side you see active voice tenses and helping verbs, and in the right side you can see the tenses and helping verbs of passive voice. So present simple we use, in present simple we use do, does, and in passive voice in present simple we use is, am, are as an helping verb. In past simple we use did helping verb in active voice. In past simple we use in passive voice was were helping verb. In future simple we use will helping verb in active voice. In future simple in passive voice we use will be. So in present continuous helping verb is mr of active voice, but in passive voice we use is being, am being, and are being in passive voice. In past continuous we have was were, but in past continuous in passive voice we use was being and were being. In future continuous in active voice we use will be helping verb, but in passive voice we do not have any passive voice in future continuous. In present perfect we use has have helping verb in active voice, but in passive voice we use has been and have been. In past perfect we have had, and in past perfect in passive voice we have had been. In future perfect we use will have helping verb of active voice, but in future perfect of the passive voice we use will have been. In present perfect continuous we have has been and have been helping verb of active voice, but in present perfect continuous we do not have any passive voice. In active voice of past perfect continuous we use had been, and in the same way we do not have any passive voice in past perfect continuous. In future perfect continuous we use will have been as a helping verb, but in past perfect continuous we do not have any future perfect continuous passive verb. So in short we have only 8 sentences tenses in passive voice and 12 tenses in active voice. So student, one by one I tell you, I'll make you the sentence along with their tenses. So active voice sentences you see here and passive voice sentences you see at the right side. So in active voice present simple, I make he writes a letter every day. I put subject first, then helping verb first form. In present simple we always use first form, then we put object in the last, and every day is an adverb. But in passive voice, when I make this passive voice, so object is a letter is written, and helping verb is MR of present simple is written by him every day. In the second tense, she taught me yesterday, so taught is past simple in active voice. But when we make past simple of passive voice, so me is object and we use object first in the passive voice, but it's subjective case. So I was taught by her yesterday. In third, we use future simple, they will play a match tomorrow. But in passive voice, a match or soccer will be played by them tomorrow. In present continuous we use I am breaking the rule here. In passive voice, the rule is being broken by me here. In past continuous of active voice we use we were enjoying the picnic last day. But in passive voice, the picnic was being enjoyed by us last day. Future continuous, you will be advising me tomorrow, but there is no passive voice of future continuous. So now comes perfect tenses. In perfect tenses we have first present perfect, I have replied him now. But in passive voice we use has been as helping verb, he has been replied by me now. In past perfect we use she had done this, but in past perfect when we make its passive voice, this had been done by her as passive voice. She will have flown a kite, its future perfect of active voice. But when we transform its active into passive, we make a kite will have been flown by her. In present perfect continuous we make I have been learning language since my childhood, but when we make its passive, it becomes no passive voice. In past perfect continuous we make they had taught me this, they had been teaching me this since 2008. Okay, there is mistake here, but remember my words. But you can see no passive voice in past perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous, I will have been playing cricket for 1 week next week, for 1 week next month. But you will find no passive voice in future perfect continuous. Okay students, these are our active and passive voice topic. Now I move towards our second topic, story. So we have two stories here. First story is Faithful Dog. I will tell you the outline, then I will explain the complete story by reading its outline. So story outline is a hunter has a dog, goes out leaving his child in the house. A wolf tries to kill the child. Dog kills the wolf. The man returns, thinks dog has killed his son. Kills the dog, repents. And the moral of this, look before you leave. So basically students, in this story, a hunter had a very faithful dog. One day he went out for hunting, leaving his child in his house. During his absence, a wolf entered the baby's room. He was about to kill the child when the dog sprang upon him and killed the beast on the spot. When the hunter reached the house in the evening, the dog met him at the door. He saw the dog's mouth red with blood. He thought the dog had killed the child. He flew into a rage, drew his sword and cut the dog into pieces. On returning the room, he found his child safe and a dead wolf lying by his side. The man realized his mistake. He felt very sorry for what he had done, but it was no use crying over spilled milk. So the moral of the story is we should think what we are going to do. Before doing anything, we must think ourselves what should we do. But when we do and then we think, it's just crying over milk. And the same case happened here. Without any thinking, the hunter just killed his faithful dog, and after that he found himself in repentance. Okay students, now I move towards our second topic. Second story, the lion and the slave. Now again I am reading the outline, then I will explain the story. The outline tells that a cruel master, his slave runs away to a jungle, removes a thorn from a lion's paw. The slave arrested and put before the same lion. The lion licks his feet. People surprised. Slave set free. So here again the story starts, and this story tells that a cruel man had a slave whom he treated very harshly. Harshly means very roughly, in a very bad manner. Being sick of his master, the slave ran away to a jungle and began to live in a cave. One day he heard a lion roaring near his cave. First he was terribly frightened, but soon he noticed that the lion had a thorn in his paw. He made bold, went near the lion and pulled out the thorn. The lion licked his hand and went away. Soon after, the slave was caught. According to the custom of that land, he was thrown before a hungry lion. As soon as the lion saw the slave, he lay down on the ground and began to lick his feet. It was the same lion out of whose paw he had pulled out a thorn. The spectators or audience were astonished. When the judge heard the whole story, he set the slave free. So here comes the moral. Kindness is always rewarded. If you do good things, people definitely reward you. If you do bad thing, definitely it turns to you what you have done. Okay, son, these are our two stories. I hope you got the idea about our work. Thank you so much.